Good evening. My name is Gregory Rice, and I am the Vice President of Nexus Property Management. We're a nationwide franchise headquartered in the Bucket. Tonight, however, I'm speaking in my capacity as a landlord and a developer. I purchased the former Sacred Heart Church from the Diocese of Providence in 2022. It lay dormant since its closure in 2018. It came to a point where the diocese considered demolishing the church and the rectory because no one would step up to the plate. I saved this property from that ill demise and invested $4.5 million to the most socioeconomically challenged neighborhood in Woonsocket. I put 32 market rate units in this property, and I call it the America First Apartments. More to the point, we say, quote, get your lead cert, as if it's as simple as going through a drive-through to get a cup of coffee. I want to briefly discuss the experience that I had at the America First Apartments. Imagine a church hall, vacant, empty, and ready for construction. This is what I had, essentially a large shell. Over a 2-year process, I had hundreds of trades workers in and out to build a structure within a structure. Demolition, steel framing, masonry, wood framing, drywall, electrical, plumbing, sprinklers, windows, insulation, flooring, painting, and beyond. Everything in this building pertaining to the apartments is brand new. Last week, I had the lead test done on all 20 of the units in the church. There's 12 in the rectory, and each and every one of those units failed. The lead inspector said she was completely shocked and could not believe it. So shocked that she's not going to charge me for the follow-up test. My point here is that we are throwing around the term, get your lead cert, without understanding the difficulty, complexity, and expense to do so. I spent millions and millions of my own cash, taking no government subsidies, and essentially I have brand new construction that failed lead testing. This is an example of the now steeper hill we face as landlords attempting to achieve not lead-free status, like Rose mentioned, but rather lead-safe status, which is the easier of the two. I have the means and the team in place to handle this type of setback, but the overwhelming majority of landlords absolutely don't stand a chance. They will lose their homes, their tenants, their income, their retirement, their legacy, and sadly, many have and will lose their minds dealing with this incredibly high bar. We must reform our current approach, and reform is what is up for debate, but reform is needed. Right now we have a mad dash at the front door of a burning building. Very few have and will get through that door, but the rest will die a slow, painful, and expensive death. Thank you.
Thank you very much for your testimony, Mr. Rice. Any questions for either of these witnesses? I appreciate that anecdote, really. I think it's instructive as we talk about more conversions having to be done on these older properties to get more units to market. I think that's an interesting window into some of the difficulties that are particularly nuanced with this. So I appreciate that.